everybody. Well, good morning, everyone. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for being on this call. It is an honor for me to be able to participate on this call as, we're closing out a monumental year of 2017 for ACN. And I can't tell you how enthused that I am, how excited that I am about the season that we're in right now, because I've never seen in my 25 years of being with this company a season like we're in right now. And as we close out our 25th year of being in business and embark upon our 25th anniversary year, it totally blows me away as to what ACN has become over a 25-year window of time. But it also is so encouraging to me to know. In fact, I wish that I could put my head on your shoulders just for a couple minutes, just so you can see what I see and feel what I feel and know what I know about the future of this company and what it is going to mean for every single one of you that are on the line here today listening to my voice, that are going to make a decision, if you haven't already made the decision, to partner up with ACN long term so that you and your family can live tremendous lives if and only if you're willing to pay the necessary price to win. And that's what I want to talk to you, all of you, about today. Yes, I'm going to talk to you about ACN and where we're going, but all that's fine and good. And James Adlam is one of the most incredible leaders that I've had the opportunity to work with, not only in ACN, but my entire career. And James knows me well enough to have me on this call because he knows that I will never tell you anything that I fully don't believe in, that I would never tell you something just to promote this company or to promote this opportunity if I did not believe that it could happen for you. Everything is in place right now. And when I talk about 2018 and where we're going and what is about to happen, it's very, very easy for me to do that. Do you know why? Because Greg Provenzano started 2018 back in October. And my mindset was on this threshold that we're on right now of going into a brand new year 2 months prior to this moment. And the reason why in fact, it wasn't just because it's this year. I do that every single year because I never want to start something when everybody else is thinking about starting. I want to get after it. And so I started this mindset or this process back in October of 2017 and in Phoenix, Arizona, our last event of 2017. Our message was, I brought that mindset from October to the December event, the December Phoenix event, and I said, everyone, 2018 starts now for you. And I wanted everybody that was in Phoenix to get a jump start on the most monumental year that ACN is going to have since we started the company in 1993. This is our 25th anniversary. And I think about 25 years, about the longevity of 25 years. Wouldn't you all agree that to be in business for 25 years, you must be doing something that's right? Now, I didn't say perfect because we're not a perfect company. But I did say that you must be doing something that's right to be around for 25 years. 25 months, you don't know. But 25 years, you have to know that something good is going on with ACN. Not perfect. Everybody doesn't win. Everybody doesn't make money. Everybody doesn't get wealthy. But the people that are willing to pay the necessary price and align themselves with a company like ACN with its history, you increase your odds of being one of those people that can change the course of your family trees forever. Now, doesn't that sound good to you? Doesn't it sound good to be on a conference call at 8 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, and to have the president of a company tell you that there's a possibility for you to change the course of your family trees forever? I don't know about you, but no one ever told Greg Provenzano that. No one ever came to me when I was growing up and said, hey, if you do this, this, and this, you have the opportunity to change the course of your family trees forever. No one ever said that to me. But I'm telling you that right now. And that's the type of conference call that we're going to embark upon today. Because, yes, we have longevity. Yes, we have a history. But I'm here to tell you, with 25 years, that's a milestone. And with a milestone, you end something, but you also begin a new chapter. And when I'm telling you today that ACN in 2018 begins a new chapter. And so every single one of you are catching the company at a moment in time where you have the best of all worlds going for you. You have a company with a history, a track record, a system that's in place for people to get paid for giving people services that they're already spending money on. We have a system in place that has a history of bringing people from all walks of life that don't know anything about doing ACN, don't know anything about direct sales, don't know anything about services, don't know anything about compensation plans, but they plug into a system and they win. And now you're catching the company with that type of history, that type of track record at a time where we're at a new beginning. It's like you catching a company that is a startup company, ground floor opportunity, and yet that company has a 25-year track record of success behind it and a great foundation. How can you get better than the season that we're in right now? I don't know. I think about what we have for you to offer people. I think about the opportunity for you to market a service like Flash Wireless in an industry that has become so important in our lives. You can't go out of your house without having your mobile phone with you. It'll drive you crazy. And you have the opportunity to switch people onto Flash Wireless and save them money. You have the opportunity in some markets to offer people unlimited energy with a flat monthly fee. Nobody has that today. ACN does. Unlimited energy. You can use as much as you want for a flat monthly fee. But that's the way the world is going, and the other companies that are selling energy out there, they're just going to have to catch up to what we're offering today. And we're launching unlimited energy in many, many markets today and throughout all of 2018. We're in 25 countries strong. Mexico is just going gangbusters right now. I know that there's plenty of people on this line here today that have an organization or something going on in the Mexican marketplace, and you're so excited you can't stand it about what's going on in Mexico today. But I think about Europe. There's a whole nother ACN in Europe, folks. There's a whole nother ACN in Asia Pacific, in Australia and New Zealand. There's a whole nother ACN in Asia where we have operations in Korea and operations in Japan. I'm going to be in both of those areas come the first quarter of 2018. It's going to be an amazing year. But I'm here to tell you that none of that matters. None of it matters if you don't get serious about 2018. If you don't get a jump start on what you want to do in 2018. If you don't embrace this season that we're in and tell yourself that this time around you are going to do something spectacular with your lives. Because I'm telling you, one of the most frustrating things for me, as I think about my travel schedule in the first quarter, I'm going to be on a lot of planes. I'm going to be in a lot of airports. And one of the most frustrating things for me is to be stuck on an airplane, stuck sitting in my seat and sitting on the tarmac, knowing that I should be flying when I'm stuck sitting at the mercy of the airline's decisions. One of the agonies of life is to be in a place of movement and feel stuck. One of the agonies of life is to feel that you belong somewhere else, that you belong up there, but you're stuck down here. And you're asking yourself, what's wrong? What's wrong with this picture where you feel out of control? And in fact, when you're in the airline system, you are out of control. You're not in control. You're at the mercy of the airlines. Well, one of the things that I love about ACN and this opportunity is you're not at anyone else's control but your own. You control whether you're going to fly or you control whether you're going to be stuck on the tarmac of this opportunity. Every single day you wake up and you determine whether you're going to be employed or you're going to be unemployed by the decisions that you make. And that's the paradox about this opportunity. Nobody's going to hound you. Nobody's going to tell you what to do. Nobody's going to tell you how to do it. You have to pick yourself up every single day with the coaching and encouragement of your upline leader and determine whether or not you're going to be employed. In fact, I know for a fact that I go around and I train leaders, and I love being in a position to pour into people's lives. It's one of the privileges that I have as being a part of this company. And one of the things that I tell our people is this: there's some decisions that you have to make. And I think that there's 3 decisions that you're going to have to make in order to be successful at ACN. The first decision, I believe everyone on this call has already made. You've made the decision that you're going to do ACN. Now, the reason why you know you made the decision is because I'm assuming that everybody on the line is an ACN IBO, which means that you have filled out an application, you turned in your $499, and you are an ACN IBO. You're an independent business owner. You have made that decision to do ACN. The second decision that you have to make is that you're going to do ACN. Now, the reason why I say that is because there are a lot of people, everyone, that make the first decision but never get around to making the second decision. And I think, and this is what I call, these people are a part of the ACN club. That means they've signed up, but they're really not doing anything. They're part of the ACN fan club. They show up, but they never get around to doing the things that are required in order for them to be successful. See, in every crowd, there's a crew. See, the crowd gets the message, but the crew gets the miracle. The crew are the people that they internalize what they hear, and they adopt what they hear. The crowd gets the word in, but the crew has the ability to get the word out. The question that I have for you is this. In 2018, are you going to be part of the crowd, or are you going to be part of the crew? Are you going to be employed every day, or are you going to make decisions to be unemployed periodically because you're tired or you're weary or you're discouraged? Let me ask you a question. Do you think that I get discouraged? Do you think that I get weary? Do you think that I ever question my ability of carrying out the role and responsibilities that the Lord has given me with ACN? Let me tell you something. I question myself very, very often. And if that scares some of you, I apologize. But let me tell you something. I think that's a very real emotion, no matter what level you're at in life. And I honestly think if you don't have that question mark, I think that your ego gets in the way, and you can't be a great leader. I think that you always have to question. You always have to rely upon the Lord to give you direction and to give you insight on what you should be doing every single day with your life, especially when you have the responsibility, like I have this morning, in pouring into your life. You don't think that when James Adlam called me just yesterday and asked me if I could be on this call at 8 o'clock in the morning, you don't think that instantly I started thinking about what am I going to tell you? You don't think that I instantly went into prayer and I said, man, Lord, what would you have me tell these people for 2018? I did it immediately. Why? Because I think that every single one of you need to make that second decision, that you're actually going to do ACN. You're not just going to be a part of ACN, but you're going to do ACN. Look, it doesn't mean that you're going to be great at first. Some of you are just beginning your ACN career. If you're going to be a brand new photographer, if you say I'm going to go into photography, let me tell you something. Your first 10,000 photographs are going to be terrible. They're not going to be your best, but you have to start somewhere. Don't be afraid that you're not great yet. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's just saying that you're going to get back up and you're going to start something again tomorrow. Here's what I know. The people that eventually win at ACN, they listen, they work, they commit, they sacrifice today. And they show up every single day and do the little things over and over and over again until they win. That's the decision that you have to make going into 2018. Are you going to be a part of the crowd, or are you going to be a part of the crew? And you got to make a decision that you're actually going to do ACN. I think that you got to set some goals for 2018. And I know that every single one of you on this line, you've heard about goal setting before. I mean, this is part of something that you probably heard for the last 20 years of your life, those of you that have been around in an environment such as this. But I think that there's a distinction between a dream and a goal. See, a lot of people have big dreams. A lot of people want to become a regional vice president, a senior vice president. A lot of people want to change the course of their family tree, as I talked to you about earlier. Everybody wants great things for their families. But what about setting a goal? What's the difference between a dream and a goal? Let me tell you what it is. You got to set a date. You got to put a deadline on what you want to accomplish. You know, it's one thing to say for 2018, because, a brand new year, everybody wants to lose weight, right? And all that you hear is, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, or whatever the case may be for you. But if you don't have a date where you're going to lose 20 pounds, I guarantee you're not going to lose 20 pounds. In fact, there's a good chance that you're going to have to lose 25 pounds in about 6 months because you've gone the other way. A goal has a deadline. You can't have a football game without a clock. Can you imagine? They're out there on the field. They're beating each other up until they just die of exhaustion because there's no clock. That wouldn't make any sense. You need a deadline. You need a goal. So I'm encouraging you for 2018, whatever that goal is for you, whatever you want to accomplish for yourselves, for your families, in your personal life, in your spiritual life, in your business life, I'm going to encourage you to establish a goal with a deadline and hold yourself accountable, even if no one else is holding you accountable. Hold yourself to a higher standard than everybody else around you will ever hold you. So set a goal for 2018, whatever it may be. I would encourage you to set big goals. I would encourage you to set stretching goals. I would encourage you to set goals that are a little bit crazy. In fact, I'm gonna caution you right now that if you set that type of goal for 2018, don't share it with everybody. Only share it with people that will support you in your endeavors. Only share it with people that will encourage you to go for whatever you are going to go for in 2018. There's some people that you can't share things with. There's some people that are just going to downplay everything that you do. In fact, I thought a long time ago, I wrote this down, and I got it on my desk right now, and I'll just read it to you. It says, when things aren't adding up in your life, you got to start subtracting. If there's people in your life that aren't supportive of you, that don't want the best for you, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes, I'm not saying that you got to get a divorce now. I'm not telling you that. What I'm telling you is sometimes you have to establish a ground rule with these people that are around you and say, look, this is the direction that I'm taking my life. This is what I'm going to be doing for 2018. If all that I want from you is to say, go for it. I don't want to hear any negativity. That will allow you to put one foot in front of the other and to be a part of the crew and not the crowd. Be a part of the group that is not only going to get the word in, but get the word out, and to have something significant happen for you and for your family. And so I think about what is about to happen for every single one of you in 2018, and I can't help but get totally excited. I can't help but think about what's going to happen at the Charlotte International Convention, February 16, 17, and 18, and where we celebrate our 25th anniversary. I get giddy inside about what that weekend is going to do for people. If all of you want to become senior vice presidents, and I believe that every single one of you do, that you would just be absolutely out of your mind to miss the Charlotte International Convention, to kick off our 25th year, to set the tone, to set a focus for people's lives, to help to get a jump start on 2018. Listen, don't tell me you want to be a senior vice president and don't show up to an international event, because those two things don't fit together. If you want to win, you got to do things that most people are not willing to do. The Charlotte International Convention is a must. It's a must for you to have brand new people at that event so they can see the big picture, that they can feel the environment. There's not one person in 25 years that I can think of that spent the weekend with us at one of our events and ever said that it wasn't worth more than the time that they spent or the money that they spent to be there. Never. I've never heard anybody disappointed by spending the weekend with us. And I believe the same thing is happening for every single one of you. So if that's the case, why would you allow somebody not to go because they're giving you some weak excuse why they can't be there? Sometimes you got to push people out of their comfort zones, because that's where everything happens, is outside of our comfort zones. So here's what I want to tell you to end this call, and I'm going to give the call back to James Adlam in about 30 seconds. Here's what I want you to know. This is your season. This is your time. This is your moment. It's time to get on your grind. It's time to get on your grind for 2018. And you can start 2 days early right now. I would encourage you to do it. And I want you to be a part of the greatest success stories that we're going to have in 2018. I want to see your name on the promotional sheets that we're going to have throughout the course of the year. And I can't wait to be able to say your name on an international event stage where you can walk the stage and get your promotion so that you can change the course of your family trees forever. I pray that that is going to happen for every single one of you listening to my voice right now. that this is going to be the year of all years. This is going to be the season of all seasons. That this is going to be the moment that you've been waiting for all of your lives, 2018. So have a great day, everybody. James, thanks for the privilege of being on this call here today. I hope some of the things that I mentioned to your organization will be helpful to them, and I can't wait to see what 2018 is going to be like for every single person on this line here today. Look forward to seeing you all in Charlotte in February. James, I'll give the call back to you.